So is that one thing that came out this week that I thought was really interesting was India's Decimal Point. They came out with a grant that they're receiving from the Hashgraph Association. And according to Indian Web 2, India's Decimal Point Analytics receives grant funding to develop tokenization solutions for a $100 billion plus traditional asset market. According to the CEO of Decimal Point, asset tokenization is at a fairly nascent stage of development here in India, but is definitely the future as far as the finance market goes. With internet penetration on the rise, the number of Indians investing in digital assets has risen considerably over the last 2 years. With asset tokenization, we can enable many investors to allocate their funds in smaller quantities across multiple asset classes in a safe and secure manner. India is in a growth phase, and the country is making huge investments in everything from road, rail, port, health, renewables, power distribution, EV charging network, tourism, space and geotagging, to massive next-generation data centers. Tokenization of newly built government infrastructure assets will create new asset classes which are stable in value and offer an immediate market size in excess of $100 billion. Did you catch this one, Zap?
Yeah, I mean, so the gift city. I mean, also if we go back, to last year, I think it was Efsports, who are a governing council member of Hedera, very much thanks to Rob Allen at the HBAR Foundation, who used to be the entrepreneur in residence there, and obviously the seat member for Efsports at the time. They put out this article saying that the smart cities of the future will have to be run on distributed ledger technology, and the only piece of DLT, i.e. distributed ledger technology, that could facilitate this kind of high throughput, high scale, high security use case, which evidently would have to happen at the layer one. There's not going to be any layer twos that are trusted with a smart city. I'm not going to mention any, but layer one is where it's going to be. And they said that the only layer one that could facilitate this was Hedera. And we fast forward to now, and we see this, this switch, the Hashgraph Association grant here for the Gift City. The GIFT is the acronym in India, which is, I believe, going to be one of the smart cities in what is soon to be probably one of the tech capitals of the world. One of the rapidly growing economies at the moment, India, and a huge amount of that is coming from their tech innovation. And so this Gift City, i.e. this smart city that's being built, it's in production. What I gathered from that sort of press release around the grant was that they were looking to use Hedera for the tokenization of high value assets, including assisting DPA to develop and launch regulatory compliant tokenization solutions for the financial markets in India through the Gift City. So this looks like it could be the first active use of a smart city using the Hedera Hashgraph to facilitate some part of that city. And I mean, when I saw that announcement from Efsports last year, I was thinking, 5, 6, 7, 8 years out. I had no idea we were going to have an announcement this quickly from somewhere like India. And, India just doubling down on the Hashgraph at the moment. We've got A.R. Rahman, of course. We've got our amazing Council of Tata Communications. We've got Wipro on there. And, again and again, we're seeing more innovation coming out of Hedera in India. And to see this again now is just, that took me completely off guard. And I'm very, very glad it did, because what an exciting piece of news.
Well, it seems like it dovetails so nicely into the tokenization things that we've been talking about the past several weeks. We're talking about the digital commodities exchange that came out, the first traditional exchange that's been built on Hedera. We're talking about Aberdeen coming out and tokenizing their $500 billion fund. Larry Fink of BlackRock coming out and talking about how not only is tokenization the future of financial markets, but tokenization on public networks. So this only seems to be accelerating at this point.
And I mean, so all of these big figures, that are talking about tokenization that you just mentioned, of course, Aberdeen and others amongst that, they're all coming to Hedera because the Hedera token service is best in class as a public ledger to facilitate this use case. It's designed with the sole purpose of maintaining ABFT security with 3 to 5 seconds finality at a ridiculous throughput of, currently throttled at 10,000 transactions a second. And, with the built-in KYC and all this stuff, it is the perfect feature in our ledger to facilitate this. And so Mr. Dury, the CEO, he goes on to say, he talks about how, unlike blockchain, which is, critical to understand here, unlike blockchain, the Hedera network is designed as a fast, secure, lowest cost and energy efficient network, which is powered by the Hashgraph consensus, while achieving the highest degree of security possible through its asynchronous Byzantine fault tolerance with blazing fast transaction speeds and incredibly low bandwidth consumption. Additionally, its HTS, Hedera Token Service, has built-in desirable features such as digital KYC/AML verification and other features, making it most well suited for providing institutional grade tokenized financial products. I mean, that says it all. Hedera is best in class for facilitating the tokenization of assets for institutions. And we've known that from the start, and we're seeing it more and more, weekly, which is great.